Hi everyone, I'm Gwen, and it's time for Library Legends. Alright, today I'm going to focus on ebooks in publishing companies and libraries. What this means is I'm going to talk about why libraries may have a smaller selection of ebooks and why publishing companies aren't very happy about the idea of libraries having ebooks. So, the main issue about an ebook is you can put maybe half a dozen ebooks on this iPod fairly easily, and you can read them whenever you want. So half a dozen or a dozen books on a very small device means you don't have to lug around a huge stack of books. But because of that, it's a convenience that some people don't have, and so libraries will lend out materials that will let you read books on a digital format, or they'll let you borrow it on your computer, which is fantastic. But publishing companies aren't very thrilled about this, because if a library buys a ebook for the same price as a consumer, which would be about between $10 and $20, then the library will have license of this software. Remember that, an ebook you license from the publishing company because it's a piece of software. You don't actually own it. So a library is licensing this material from a publishing company, and they are lending it out for free for an undetermined amount of time. A material book will fall apart, whereas an ebook will stay unless the file gets corrupted, which if you have a good publishing company or a good third vendor, it should be fine. So the companies are losing money on this because you're in the publishing company to make money, not to give away free things, which is understandable. That's why you're in a company. You're for profit. So a lot of places are taking this initiative to charge more for an ebook, and they'll make it $80 to $100. So a library will pay 3 to 4 times more for a book than you would if you bought it on Amazon or even from like Barnes & Noble. And the company's doing this to make more money. Or the method they're using is after a certain amount of lends, the library has to re-buy the book. So after 50 lends or 100 lends or something like that, then the library has to re-buy the book, which with tightening budget funds and less tax revenue, libraries aren't really able to afford this, which is unfortunate because ebooks are great resources for people to read, especially if you're going on a trip and you don't want to carry a lot of things with you, or if you're just a very minimalist person that doesn't really want to have a large stack of books at their house, or for whatever reason. Libraries aren't liking this whole trend for obvious reasons. Like, one, they have to spend a lot more money on a lot less, which sucks. I'll be honest, that's awful. I don't want to pay a bunch of money for something and then pay a bunch more money for it later down the road. And then if I don't like your company after a while, then I lose everything I already spent money on, which that's just unfortunate. It happens. They also don't like it because it's inconvenient for them to do this amount of money. Libraries are used to owning the material they pay for. This is totally different. They're leasing out a piece of software from a company, which is vastly different that they're used to. And it's unfortunate because it just doesn't work. It doesn't work out as well. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It just doesn't really work, and that's unfortunate. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed my ramble about ebooks. There's links in the stacks below. I'm gonna have a ton of information for you guys to look. So everybody else, I hope you have fun. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.